But again, that would take somebody who actually understands the economy, who understands something more than just the race hustle game, right? And trying to mislead their followers with this promise of reparations that they're never getting, and, you know, playing video games all day and all this other stuff.
This is a story of boy meets girl, but you should know up front, this is not a love story.
If you don't know who Amazing Lucas is, check out my previous video where I did a long character breakdown. You can find that video in the video essay playlist, also other playlists on my channel. Just go and find it. You should just look for this thumbnail. But he's a nasty, nasty wannabe content creator that attacks conservatives. Why? Because he just like that. He like being filthy. That's how he does. Now, if you want to know who the Black conservative perspective is, he's a dope content creator that is truthful, honest, conservative. He is not afraid to share his opinion, no matter what people say, fam. And I can respect that. Now, since he's come out here and been successful on YouTube, Lucas is bitter and upset about that. Yeah, that's just how he gets down. So let's break this down on what happened between the two of them, or what I believe led to the beef between the Amazing Lucas and Black conservative perspective. It first starts between actually the Amazing Lucas and Officer Tatum. Now you see, he was going at Officer Tatum really hard, and Black conservative perspective decided to give his opinion on it. And I don't think Lucas was able to handle that.
When you tell the truth, people are going to hate you, especially if you gain success from telling the truth. And that is what is happening to Brandon Tatum, aka Officer Tatum, who I'm a fan of. Okay. Now, I don't agree with everything Officer Tatum says, but I agree with like 90% of it. And I'm a fan, right? I like him a lot. Okay. And the Amazing Lucas, aka the Amazing Liberal, is going after Officer Tatum, right? He's talking about Officer Tatum because there's this new movement. Well, it's not really new, but there's a movement of what they call conscious conservatives, right? Or, you know, conscious Black conservatives that hate Officer Tatum, right? They hate Brandon Tatum. Okay. They hate Brandon Tatum because he tells the truth, and specifically because he talks about Black people, right? He tells the truth about some of the issues in the Black community, and they don't like that.
Facts. Big facts. You ain't never lied, fam. And that's why they really hate Officer Tatum. That's why they hate channels like you, me, Candace Owens, a lot of people who are not afraid to tell the truth and be honest and be real. We ain't gonna pander and just tell Black people or people in general what they want to hear. Me as a Black man, I'm sick of hearing the, oh, you're a victim. You're a victim. Nothing you do is wrong ever. Yeah, nah, I'm not with that.
When you are successful, people are going to hate you. Okay, people are going to hate you. They're going to insult your intelligence. They're going to question your sexuality. Okay, they're going to make up all types of things about you to bring you down. And this is something that all of us should be able to relate to, right? Because it's not just a social media thing. It also happens in the corporate world. Okay, you know, if you're one of those people that you come into work early, okay, you're always prepared. You're clean cut. You wear a suit. Okay, you dress for success. You know, you do good work. You're going to move up, right? You're going to be successful. It doesn't matter what race you are. You're going to be successful. And as you move up, people around the office are going to start to hate on you. They're going to start to spread rumors about you. They're going to say you're kissing ass, right? You're kissing ass for the boss. Okay. They try to move up. And that's what happens when people are successful, right? That's what happens. Unfortunately, even though, you know, we're all supposed to be conservatives here, you know, some conservatives hate to see other conservatives be more successful than other conservatives, especially if they don't necessarily agree with that message.
This is facts. You ain't never lie. You ain't never lie. Crabs in a barrel mentality. They rather drag you down than see you get lifted up. They don't even have to do a lift, and they just don't want to see you surpass them, right? If you're focused, right, you're grinding, you're trying to stay on your pivot, keep on moving forward. Oh, nah, they want to see you destroyed. They don't like that. They don't like you going out here and doing your thing. I remember when I used to work at this one job, and I never liked drama. I don't want to go back and forth for nobody. So I vowed to myself, I'm going to focus. I'm going to grind. and I'm just gonna do my job, show up on time. I'm not talking. Fam, do you know that everyone started to hate me? They would like just mumble and whisper behind my back, oh, he think he better than us. He don't want to talk to nobody. He think he too good to talk to us. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to stay out of trouble. I'm trying to earn my money, trying to grind, trying to persevere. I'm trying to do better with my life. They didn't like that. It's always been that way. Whether I was in school, whether I was on YouTube, whether I was in the workforce, people just decide to hate what they don't understand or what they think is better than them. And that's on them.
And there is ways to disagree with people without being disrespectful. But at this point, I think, you know, the amazing Lucas, who I watch as well, right? I watch his videos too. Okay. I think he's just being flat out disrespectful. Okay. The Officer Tatum. And I think it is personal, even though he says it's not.
So now this guy, Amazing Lucas, is upset because someone stood up to him and said, hey, you over there living foul. You over there being nasty. So Amazing Lucas, he over there crying now. It's hilarious.
Right? You are not necessarily, or you don't have to be, an anchor to the past. So when you break it down, I'd rather my daughter marry John Brown than I would a black conservative perspective. Okay? I would rather my child.
Why was it necessary to take a shot at my man black conservative perspective right now? Like, your feelings is so hurt, bro. Who hurt you? What girl did this to you? What girl did this to you? Why you hate him so much, bro? Is it because he's like successful? He's over here grinding, right? Like, he out here doing what he got to do. He putting out that good content. You hate him because he putting out that good content. Such a hater. Like, your bitterness is coming through, bro. So what's wrong with him, man? That's such a loser. Like, tell me that you're bitter. Without actually, well, no, he did say it. He's blatantly saying he's bitter by just continuously taking shots like that. Yeah, black conservative perspective is way better than Amazing Lucas. And that's why he's mad. That's why he's mad. Because he would get cooked in the debate.
Marry John Brown than a Sambo. And then you also have to take that into account. Just because you black doesn't mean you don't have a lineage of evil. Because some of y'all don't come from the Frederick Douglass. Some of y'all don't come from actual slaves. Some of y'all can't come from.
Whoa. Did this man say that if you didn't come from actual slaves, you evil? Is that what he just insinuated? That if your ancestry didn't attribute to like slavery, if your great grandparents weren't slaves, you evil. Only slaves could be good people. What?
From slave owners, bro. Some of y'all come from what's his name? Stephen from Django. That's what some of y'all lineage comes from. And we can see it presently with all the Sambos on.
Yes, sir. He got that Tariq Nasheed. He got the Tariq Nasheed lineage. He got the Dr. Umar lineage. Yeah, that's what he got.
Social media, on YouTube, right? And in politics. We see that. It's like, oh, you have a lineage of evil. You guys have been tap dancing for a long, long time. You guys were tap dancing in the house, tap dancing in the field, and now you tap dancing in the streets.
You know, black conservative perspective had to respond real quick and give him a little bit of that hot fire. That hot fire. That stuff that's gonna make Lucas cry. Let's check that out.
However, you do have some people who've come out here and misinterpreted this song and want to claim that the song is instead about white victimhood. Take a look.
We switched this ginger. Now, mind you, this is a white guy, ginger beard. Shave that, bruh. Let me give you a word of advice. Shave that. That's disgusting. You have gingivitis coming from your chin. That's gross. Do not reproduce. But that's a different story. Nevertheless, let's say we switch this guy for a black guy. Now, and this black guy is singing this song. What have I heard since I've been knee-high to a duck my entire life from the Republican Party, from white conservatives? If a black man sang this song talking about, I've been working all day for bullcrap pay, what would they have said? I can tell you. Okay, look at you always complaining, all right? Look at you just complain. That's all y'all do is just complain, all right? If you have a problem with the pay, then get another job, all right? It's simple as that. Just get another job. Or you know what? Get a promotion, all right? Start lifting yourself up by the bootstraps and stop being a victim, okay? Stop complaining. But no, we don't hear that. And that's what's irritating to me, because I'm like, this is nothing more than a victimhood mentality song.
Yeah, so apparently you have some people who cannot differentiate between crime victimhood based off your race or fake racial oppression that really doesn't exist in the United States anymore, and somebody discussing the state of the economy and what everybody is going through regardless of race. Okay, I don't think that is victimhood to talk about how, inflation has eaten away people's wages to the point where if you work even more than 40 hours a week, you can't provide for your family or feed your kids or buy a house because mortgage rates are too high. But again, that would take somebody who actually understands the economy, who understands something more than just the race hustle game, right? And trying to mislead their followers with this promise of reparations that they're never getting, and, playing video games all day and all this other stuff. It would take an actual understanding of the economy and how things work to actually get to that point. So, maybe my expectations are a little bit too high.
And what do you think the amazing Lucas did? Come on, guess. Yes, he cried. Yeah, he decided to, while he's randomly calling out Matt Walsh, let me bring Black conservative perspective name into it among other people. Why? Because I'm a cornball loser and I'm begging for his attention because he's doing way better than me in life and I'm a failure and I just want everyone else to be miserable just like me. This guy's a loser, cornball.
There is a lineage of evil that currently we are dealing with. And I want people to understand what he is saying. When it comes to assimilation, this is essentially just get out. So they want to strip you of your blackness, of your Black American culture, and assimilate you into theirs. That's where you get the Brandon Tatums. That's where you get the conservative perspective. That's where you get the Candace Owens. That's where you get these Black conservatives, because they have stripped away who they are as a Black person and have replaced that with white platitudes and white concerns. That's why they don't speak on behalf of Black people, but they speak to Black people on the behalf of white people, because that's their job in this country. That's how they have made it to the positions that they are in, by as far as, giving cover for the racist, dominant society.
The hate is strong in this one, my child. Fam. Where did you pull that out from? You're nasty. That's what you got from listening to Black conservative perspective instead of getting knowledge, which you should have been paying attention to? That's what you got. Fam, if you don't get your they clone Tyrone in the face looking self up out of here, dang, you turn woke. Fam, it was a switch. Some kind of switch just kind of flipped and you was just like, okay, guess I'm going to just be woke as heck. I'm going to just be woke to the extreme. Fam, if I was Black conservative perspective, I wouldn't even pay no mind to you no more, bro. I wouldn't pay you no mind. I wouldn't mention your name. I would just let people like me roast the heck out of you.
I'm man enough to admit when I'm wrong.
Are you? I don't think so. He gonna try to troll.
This video is brought to you by the Spider Combat Arena. Support the Kickstarter today.
No.
Oh my goodness. So let me just say,
I bet you he trolling.
I get it. That it can be difficult in these YouTube streets, especially as a Black commentator within the political realm, because you have people who want you to say this, you have people who want you to say that. And I just want to say, start off with the Tether accusations. I think you completely dismantled any accusation of you being a Tether, because what better way to dispel any rumors of you being a Tether than to hold up a birth certificate with no name on it, a sealed birth certificate. I think that goes to show that you are surely not.
Lucas, an idiot. Lucas, so let me get this straight. The only way he could prove that he was a citizen is to dox himself and show his private and personal information just to please and satisfy your loser ass. I hate this nigga. Just overall, not even personally, just I hate people like him. That's disgusting because even if he does nothing, he's not going to apologize, nothing. He's not going to admit to being wrong. And then if this guy has to have backlash and a bunch of people now personally attacking him and using that information, Lucas is going to be happy. This is a play to get him to dox himself. Lucas is disgusting. Straight to, you think he just randomly just had a birth certificate there, just there? Nigga, and folded it and was like, well, let me just show them the top. Nigga, that's his. Like, come on, bro. This is
not
nasty.
an immigrant scammer who is stealing birth certificates to get your way into the country. Okay? I just want to say kudos to you on that. All right, kudos to you on that, because I haven't seen anyone show up a sealed birth certificate with no name to prove that they are in fact born in the country. I happen to notice some hostility from you, and it's unbecoming to you because you're usually docile. Okay. And I happened to come across a picture. Someone sent it to me. And it's a picture of you and Brian Donald. Now, I'm sorry. Brian Donalds is only 5'10", and he's towering over you. Which means...
So we just not going to take any accountability for any of the nasty, wrong stuff that you said in any way, shape, or form, huh? Yeah, that sound like you. I like that.
Which means you're 5'6". And I don't know anything that you're going through, being a 6'1" man. But I understand that it can be difficult.
I believe that Lucas is 6'1".
I understand.
He act like he 4'2".
Being in this country, especially today, with all the negative propaganda against short men, and I don't want that. Okay, I don't want that for you, because I don't know what.
Instead of him actually addressing any of the points and debunking Black conservative perspective, he's just gonna make short jokes. That's it. And then just lie through his teeth. That's what he does, bro.
Feels to walk around and look up at everyone. There was a white woman behind you who happened to be taller than you in the picture. So I get why you may be upset. I get why you have this fervor, this tenacity. I get why, because probably the Black community did not treat you very well. And you know what? I don't speak on behalf of all Black people, but I want to say I apologize. I know you were probably teased as a little kid, right? Your family couldn't take you to theme parks because you couldn't get on any rides. I understand.
That's the best jokes he got. Nigga, I got a cousin that's like 4'1". I done roasted him to oblivion. Like, in fact, every time I see him, I hit him off with some short jokes. I come up way better than that. You ain't really even kicking nothing that's creative, bro. Like, that's your best short jokes? And still, would you say this to his face? Would you say this to his face, though? Nah, you wouldn't. You don't want to show those pictures of him working out. You don't want to show that. You don't show you show that. You show the pictures of him looking like Incredible Hulk. And like he could fold you.
I did not know. I did not know that you're height disadvantaged. Okay, you're height disadvantaged. You are not short. You are a height disadvantage. But I want to let you know that I'm here, and I support you, George. I support you, and because of that support, I've created a GoFundMe. That is correct. I think together we can make George great again. That's what I think. I looked up as far as surgeries, and they usually cost around anywhere from $90K to $300K.
Did he take the time to edit that? And do research on it? You know, it took you less time to actually reply, realize that you were wrong, and take accountability? Or it took less time? It could have been like a 1-minute video if you was actually a man.
But given your short stature, I don't think it'd cost that much. So I started with $90K. If you can support the GoFundMe to have to give height to someone who has given so much back to the community, who has given so much back to the political realm with his absolutely magnificent commentary of Democrats bad, Republicans good, Black people stop committing crime. If you can support the GoFundMe to give a little tether immigrant the chance to...
So you just gonna continue to lie on his name. You don't care in any way, shape, or form about how you lying. Like, not even a little bit. That's crazy. That is insane to me. Wow.
See the world as a man. And I also want to say, I think education is important because I notice how you mispronounce
so you're not a man
certain words like misnomer.
You're not a man now. Got it. Yo, you sound like a woman. This is good. Yo, what's wrong with him? I need a man over 6 feet. Like, you about to be on Fresh and Fit? You about to go on Fresh and Fit and get interviewed? Like, what the hell are you talking about? He's not a man because of his height, which you don't even know. What if the dude next to him was actually like taller than what you know? It doesn't even matter.
There's a B in misnomer.
Now, I think that's a misnomer. Misnomer.
Wow.
And I just...
Yo, is it like a playbook for woke losers? Right? What are they going to talk about next? Is breathing? Oh, you mispronounce words. Ooh, you're short. Like I'm saying, I got a little cousin is like 4. She'll roast your boots, my nigga. Right? If I just show her your picture and be like, get him. Put you to shame. Put you to shame, fam. First of all, with your baby shark looking at, she get you. Hey, no cursing, man. Don't curse. No cursing. But keep getting them though. Keep roasting them.
I just want to say, if there's anything I can do for you, I can teach you on the weekends English, maybe work on your enunciation of certain words. But I'm here for you. I just want you to know that I'm here for you, brother. And lastly, I want everyone to know that I'm an ally to the trans community. Okay. I'm an ally. I do not hate y'all at all. I understand what y'all go through.
This video is for educational purposes. I have no hate or disdain for the alphabet community. I don't know why he just randomly put that into it, but okay. He's crazy. Like, he's like actually crazy. This man's bugged up, but I'm not a doctor. I can't diagnose.
Through gender dysphoria, gender dysmorphia, whatever it is, I understand it's difficult. Okay. I know it can be difficult in this world. So I can only imagine how difficult it could be looking like this and then saying you're a woman. I understand. And when it comes to George, for those who don't know,
this is a horrible joke.
Seems that George Foreman, aka Black Conservative Perspective, is a trans man. That's correct. Now, I didn't know this off the bat, but it came...
How? Explain it.
Slowly started to come out during his talks, because I noticed when he was holding the birth certificate,
get to the point.
He didn't have man hands. Gosh. He had little baby hands, like a woman. And then I started noticing...
This nigga zoomed in on his hands and said that he's a part of the alphabet because his hands were smaller. Well, usually, Lucas, if someone's short, that would mean that they probably more than likely would have like smaller hands. I'm just assuming. Also, why do you care? Are you trying to set up a date? Like, what do you need you a man with big hands? You talking spicy now, huh? Okay, live your best life. No judgment here. Once again, I have no hate or disdain from the alphabet community. I just want you to be who you are, man. If you want to shoot your shot, you probably want to shoot it somewhere else. I don't think like that's his thing, right? So I don't like, but why are you trying to get to know his hands up close and personal? It's kind of strange to me. That's really odd, bro.
The beard, it looked like he had been taking TRT, and You know how trans men have little hair follicles? This also explains the black circles around your face. I've never seen a black man with dark lines around the laugh lines. That's usually depiction of surgery. That's what I would say is depiction of surgery.
Yo, you paying too much close attention to this man. Bro, that's a little bit intense. That's a lot intense, sir. Like, I don't think you need to be focusing on him that heavy like you are. It's really strange is what I'm trying to get at. Like, that is odd. And the fact that you will zoom into his face and try to critique, I guess, if he's exfoliating or not, whatever you're trying to say or get at, rather than address his talking points, it just shows what a loser you are.
Surgery. So, as I said before, trans lives matter. And then the next thing led to his physique. He has the physique of a woman. And it seems in one picture that he got a mastectomy right there. So I want to tell you, George, personally, from the bottom of my heart, I didn't know that you were a trans man. I didn't know. And I don't...
You know what's crazy? There's a content creator that's been exposing Lucas and showing all types of pictures. I think I need to go and review his videos, man. He been really exposing the hell out of Lucas. I went into one live stream because people kept tagging me. I think he tagged me too. And I looked, he's like, oh, hey, what's up, BX? We just reviewing this. It was like pictures of Lucas with the hairline, back hair. We know why he wearing that cap now. I think. But maybe I should review those if you want to just pull up pictures instead of address points.
I want to take back any insults that I gave you, okay? Because I know as a trans man in the Republican Conservative Party, it's got to be difficult. It's got to be difficult. All right.
Getting through this video.
So I'm going to reach out to you, see if I can connect you with other LGBT within the party, such as Rob Bushy Smith, Blair White, Dave Rubin.
Why do you have to connect? Why are you the Rolodex for the alphabet community, Lucas? That's why are you the go-to to connect alphabet people? If I had glasses, I would be tipping them right now, like looking right in your eye, like, you know when your grandma used to look at you when you know you the mess. Why are you confessing?
These are allies to you as much as I am. So I just want to apologize because I think we start off on the wrong foot. Okay. I want to apologize.
It's so garbage.
I think together we can make George great again.
Carmelo Anthony, aka the team that decided that it was okay for him to randomly poke some people up because they asked him to move out of their spot at a sporting event. He got sentenced recently, and it seems like he got 35 years. I think that's too little, but maybe it's just me. You could let me know in the comments if you agree or not. I think it's too little. But it seems like a lot of these woke grifters that think that they can make this all about race when it has nothing to do with race, they're getting exposed, and they are very upset. Let's take a look at some clips and see what's going down.
Returned a guilty verdict, murder against the teen charged with the fatal stabbing of another athlete at a high school track meet in 2025. Carmelo Anthony was 17 when he was charged with the murder in the death of Austin Metcalf. Anthony's defense team insisted the stabbing was a case of self-defense following a confrontation between the two teens inside a team tent when it was raining at the track meet. Texas prosecutors called it murder plain and simple. The jury was allowed to consider a lesser charge of manslaughter. They took about 3 hours to deliberate and did return that guilty verdict for murder.
Yeah, I definitely think that Carmelo was guilty. Like I said earlier, I believe that he should have got way more time. This was outrageous. People making this about blackness and whether it was racism or not is insane. It's about a crazy person who was hyped up and ready to do something. So he went out there and antagonized a bunch of people with the hopes that he could finally get to use something that he had on him. This is not different from the Shut the Builder case, except for he wasn't trying to record it. He's just doing this for his own pleasure. Nasty as hell. Let's see how some of the reaction channels and people that just grift towards black people, see how they felt about it.
There was video played of the incident inside of the courtroom that showed Austin to be the aggressor. Austin confronting Carmelo, Austin pushing Carmelo, Austin then getting stuck by Carmelo. But it also showed Austin's brother, Hunter, being at the center of the fight. He also put hands on Carmelo, and so did some of their other friends. Witnesses said that at least 5, in fact, not just witnesses, but it's also on video, at least 5 of them jumped Carmelo. The witness never mentioned jumping Carmelo. Other witnesses for Austin never mentioned jumping Carmelo. They jumped him. What do you expect to happen if a person has a weapon on them and they will not hesitate to use that weapon? What do you think is going to happen?
Several days later.
Because it reads like a math problem. 1 + 1 = 2. 2 + 2 = 4. Okay, guilty of murder. It's not that hard to figure out. The only people surprised about this are the people who've been listening to a lot of this hype. But if you actually read the law, if you actually read what the law says and what the law requires, what is murder, what is stand your ground in the state of Texas, what is homicide, what's capital murder, and what would be considered manslaughter, it reads right there. And the thing is, man, it's gonna keep happening. Okay, let me say it like this: it's gonna keep happening. You got a lot of people who are out of control, brother. You see what I mean? You can't stab. I'm gonna keep going back to the fact that you can't stab somebody because they push you. Just like you can't shoot somebody because they bump into you. You see what I mean? If you in a fist fight, put your hands up and fight. You understand what I'm saying? You can't do that in a civilized society. What happens if every time somebody push you, somebody got to die? Is that what we going in society?
Okay, I got to jump in right here, Dennis, because
go ahead, brother.
This is the second time that you said this. You call this a civilized society. America is not a civilized society. We are living amongst the uncivilized.
We got some of them too, man. But we
civilized mutts running around here. We got some uncivilized mutts in the country.
Yeah, man. But we still can't just be shooting, killing, and stabbing folk just because they push us. You got to at least let them do something. You know what I'm saying? Look, man. If those boys had surrounded him and they was packing him out, they was mollywopping, they was jumping on him and stomping him out, I would understand if he pulled out a blade and took it and used it. I would get that. But this is not that situation. We in broad daylight. We surrounded by people. This is not a alley in Brooklyn at 2:30 in the morning. This is not Compton, California, South Central LA in the 90s, and you getting or you over in Watts and you got caught up in the Nickerson Garden or the PJs because you over there trying to see a girl you ain't supposed to be overseeing. We're not talking about those situations. We're talking about broad daylight, suburban Texas, 2 kids at a track meet, and one of them pushed the other one. And keep in mind, Carmelo was talking shit. See, that's another thing. He wasn't just sitting there quiet. You know, he said, y'all football team is ass.
Yeah,
okay?
when
I get it. We're supposed to be able to say we want to say. I get that.
They started talking shit to him first.
Whatever they was talking shit together. What right? I'm trying to say. And I'm not just talking to you as a lawyer. I'm talking to you as a father. I empathize with Carmelo Anthony. His mama and his daddy are not going to be able to see their grandchildren because that boy is in prison. This boy he probably ain't never even been with a woman at 17 years old. He going to be in there with them savages and them soldiers. You understand? I bet they going to push him off a bench. I bet he ain't going to jump up and stab one of them. But on the flip side, I can empathize with this other boy, Austin Metcalf. His brother had to watch him bleed out in front of him.
Oh, his brother started this shit,
hey,
man.
Real talk. Oh, hold on, man.
That was extra disgusting. Super nasty. Like, what? Everything that was argued that had logic, this dude was quiet. And then whenever it was some bull crap that he could try to spin and make that woe is me, we're black, so we're the victims, he was going to say it. And just in case people didn't know, I'm black. Yeah, I'm a black person as well. from the hood of all hoods. My hood's so bad, there's bad places in
Colombia.
that they nickname after my neighborhood. No lies. Dead ass. Look it up. El Bronx. Just look that up. It's insane. When I found that out, I was like, okay, I really was living bad out here. I thought it was normal for your neighborhood to look like Afghanistan. But I digress. That still doesn't make me just assume everything's about racism or because someone's black, right? Does racism exist? Absolutely. Is it the root for all things wrong? No. You got losers like the amazing Lucas, the non-amazing Lucas, the amazing Dusty, that's sitting here full out crying over this like he had any kind of point.
And apparently his brother come over to Carmelo. Words are exchanged, and he says they tried to swing at him. Carmelo goes to his bag, and then they pursue. They continue on.
Dude went in his bag, and what they went to try to jump this dude and punch on this dude, man. And he protected himself, dude. That's what happened. Yeah. It wasn't just one. It was both of them, bro. Austin, that dude that got unalive, and his brother physically went over there to intentionally. It's not to the point that he brought a knife.
But the cherry on top is, do you want to know what happens when someone doesn't have an argument? When someone doesn't have a rebuttal, what do? They just laugh. And I want you to see this clip by this Sambo soldier who thinks I don't know what he was doing in this clip, but he absolutely makes a fool of himself. It's always going to be a different story than the main story that the racist right tries to promote. Always going to be a different story. When people talk about you can't use lethal force is in the eye of the beholder, right? It's the same thing we have when it comes to an officer, that they fear for their lives. It can't be in hindsight. It has to be taken into account of what happened at that time. So if Anthony is being attacked, he's already been assaulted, and you have two people, it's 2 versus 1, in addition to them being completely outweighed. He's outweighed by them, right? They weigh 200 something pounds or whatnot. Anthony's a very skinny kid. Then yes, a lawyer could absolutely argue that he had reasonable belief that he was going to have not immediate imminent death, because it's not imminent death, but also a serious bodily injury. Those are two factors that come into play. So if he absolutely believes that he's going to incur serious bodily injury, then yeah, pulling out a knife to defend yourself, it's absolutely reasonable. It's absolutely can be seen as self-defense.
1 year later.
So I'm going to keep it a buck with you. Carmelo's going away. That's correct. Carmelo is getting locked up. Now, I don't know for how long, but one thing I do know for certain, Carmelo is getting locked up. He's going to prison. And to be honest with you, I don't think that's right. Okay. But the only people to blame in this scenario is his defense team. His defense team is possibly the worst group of attorneys that I've ever seen, especially on a trial such as this, okay, where the stakes are high. This team was borderline incompetent. And here's the thing. The reason why it makes it so painful to relay this is due to the fact that the facts and the evidence were on their side.
Dusty Lucas is clearly delusional, and instead of just admitting, I'm wrong, I'm a crazy person that has a bunch of nasty, dusty stuff all over my hat. Editing, can you please zoom in on this nasty hat so we all can see it? Yeah, leave me even telling you to do it in. I want people to see this. Fam, why does his hat look like that? What is that? Dog hair, cat hair, blue magic, booger sugar? What is that all over his hat? He don't look at it and go, okay, I can't wear this. What is he trying to hide? That you are willing to come on here looking dirty. Like you just roll around in a litter box. Literally. Ugh. It's like hard to even take what you say seriously. Then you say a bunch of disgusting things with the Cat Williams impersonation voice.
As Malcolm X once said, we have two types of black people. We have the field black and we have the house black. And the field black is for black people and the house black is for Massa, all right? If Massa gets sick, the house black is like, is we sick, Massa? Is we sick? And the field black is hoping that massa goes away for a long time. And this mindset has, survived over the years due to a simple concept of meritorious manumission. Now, how it breaks down is essentially you reward the self-hating behavior. And that reward can come in likes, clicks, money, fame, attention, all the above, up until the point comes where they dispose of you and they no longer need you. Vis-a-vis Candace Owens.
This guy is obsessed with Candace Owens, bro. Word in the street is he tried to shoot his shot. He was like the biggest fan of Candace Owens, and then she rejected him. I was like, what's wrong with you? You didn't even want to wash your hat before you tried to talk to me? And he was all hurt. That's why he never threw the hat away. He been wearing the same shirt, same hat, 5,000 years straight. Just his feelings is super hurt over Candace Owens. But just because someone disagrees with you, don't mean you can attack them and start like calling them out their name and trying to guilt trip them into having the black quote unquote opinion. I think that's stupid. And just in case you guys didn't know, I'm black. I'm not woke. I'm also not like super political. I'm not on the left or the right. I think the government, when it comes to them, Big Brother, you know what? They watching. I'm not even going to say none in this video.
That being said, that now leads us to Carmelo Anthony, or really any black victim for that case. Take your pick. Trayvon Martin, Tamir Rice, the list goes on. But what these people do are the first ones in line to vilify the black person, right? Because they are essentially the mouthpiece for the white ignorance. And as the country starts to take this shift, this hard racial divide, you're having more white people dispose of their mouthpieces, right? As we can see, Candace Owens, for example. But you have a lot of these people who are like, hey, I no longer need a black mouthpiece to speak for me because now I don't care about being called racist. So a lot of them are becoming unemployed. Damn. Anyways, we get into, the attacks on Carmelo Anthony. We start off with Stephen A. Smith. Now, Stephen A. Smith starts off his video with a Sambo soldier. And the Sambo soldier, one thing they love to do, the form of argumentation is just pretending like they don't understand something, right? They're feigning ignorance. Now, this Sambo soldier constantly, of course, brings up, well, black on black crime. And I don't know why, this black mother is scared and everything because, black men are the ones who are going to attack black men.
I don't know what to do. I got 5 boys. I don't know what. I ain't got nothing to tell them no more. You can't walk away no more.
Well, for starters, it's very simple. Don't bring a knife to a track meet. It's crazy because she's out here acting like her boys are in danger. She's acting like, what is she supposed to do about her boys? Ma'am, the biggest threat to your boys is not white people. It's other black boys, other black men. Around 9 out of 10 times a black man is murdered. He's murdered at the hands of another black person.
Now,
when it comes to the whole Carmelo Anthony situation, 100% I think he was wrong, bro. He was wilding. He went there with the intention on doing what he did, in my personal opinion. Right? Like, there was no excuse for that. Oh, it's so unsafe. How? How when he was the aggressor? Just because you are sitting there and talking, like, he could have been as calm as hell. He could have been damn near whispering. But the fact that you were antagonizing, you had something on you. This all seemed very pre-planned. They ain't using the wrong section. What is you talking about? Just move. Nah, I'm going to get up when I feel like it. There's no way you can say that the other people were wrong, bro. You escalated the situation over and over and over again. But now you're trying to play the race card and all that. Nah, I think he should have got more time, if I'm just being honest. Right? I think he should have got way more time. Life, probably. But also, when it comes to the aspect of black on black crime and that needing to be addressed because of the statistics and information, yeah, it should be 100%. Think about it. Like, and I'm not trying to put this on race. What made him think that he needed to carry that on him? This is like someone that was young, right? What made him think that he needed that for a track meet? there was no scenario where I would think, yep, they got to make sure to have that. That's crazy. Fam, no, that's insane. Could it have been possibly the environment that made him think that he needed to? That could lead to a deeper discussion where you are speaking on the black on black crime. All right. But just for this one, right, for this topic itself, I think Carmelo Anthony was wrong. I think anyone defending him, you crazy. You just have like a lot of racism in you. That's right. Amazing Lucas is racist, in my personal opinion. He says a lot of these things and he tries to, like, I guess you could say, turn it into his own slang so people can't detect it. Lineage of evil is one of his favorite terms to say, which is super racist. Also, what's this other one? He said it multiple times in this video, saying white ignorance. Like, that's crazy. That's wild, bro. Whole lot of generalization that I don't think should be thrown towards any race. I'm not with that. I think that's pretty disgusting. So yeah, I have to let it be known that we're watching this and I'm giving my commentary for educational purposes.
Of this country, you can see why many people may be a bit hesitant, as to why Carmelo Anthony may not get a fair case. That being said, the irony of this and the hypocrisy is that guess who brought this same argument up? But he brought it up for Massa, okay? Amber Geiger.
I was a little suspicious about the jury selection, given the fact that the demographic didn't match the jurors.
You cannot make this up.
And then you stack the jury with 6 black and 4 Hispanic and 2 whites. Like, that seems like a recipe for maybe an inconsistent outcome.
You can't be serious.
This is why I say, give them nothing, take from them everything. Because these people are hypocrites. That's all they are. Because they're low IQ hypocrites who their only job is to tap dance for the white ignorant. Last but not least, last but everything least, because this is possibly the lowest IQ of all of them. And I know that's a pretty big bar to set. But you have black conservative perspective.
I want to be in the Special Olympics.
And given the recent tape that he's gone. Jeff Metcalf, excuse me. Jeff Metcalf did of his racist rant and everything. Guess what the high IQ argument is for this? You guys are complaining about racism.
Okay, the pro-blacks are upset. Right, the boo-hoo-wadi crowd.
We knew Jeff Metcalf was actually a racist. See, that means that this is about race. We knew Austin was racist. We knew Hunter was racist.
Right, like that's basically what they're saying in a nutshell.
In case you didn't know, Lucas is obsessed with black conservative perspective, right? Because black conservative perspective seceded everywhere that Lucas failed. So any chance he gets, he's going to try to call him out. Like, nah, fam, we all can see, right? At least the people that are not brainwashed into extreme wokeness, we all can see that Lucas is out his mind, bro. Like, who gets this angry over people having different opinions? Like, is it that serious? Like, you gotta cry? You over here calling people out their names? Yeah, it's a lot of extreme nastiness going on. You know what? Play the nasty song.
Yeah.
You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name.
Dusty Lucas, he just don't know when to quit. No, I mean that literally he been grifting for so long, man. First he was grifting towards the right, and then he was like, nah, I think I want to go crazy. And then he started grifting towards the left. He made a total Dr. Umar switch. That's who he tap danced for, Dr. Umar.
was racist.
Right? Like that's basically what they're saying in a nutshell.
Are you retarded? So I want you to understand, the only argument that this low IQ dwarf could come up with was trying to mock black people for pointing out the racism of Jeff Metcalf. That was his argument. And this is what we're dealing with, right? You are dealing with low IQ slop.
I want to be in the Special Olympics.
That's all it is. Because even with this, when you think about Candace Owens and what was going on with the Daily Wire and her going at it with TPUSA, I at least give it to some of the creators for talking about it. Conservative Perspective doesn't have one video talking about TPUSA and the battle going on with Candace Owens. You want to know why? Because he doesn't have the IQ to handle such situations like that. Because he knows he is very small lane to go to, right? And his low IQ audience, at any moment in time where he drifts out of that lane, they'll leave him.
I know you ain't telling somebody that got low IQ. I've watched you debate. I've debated you. And I smoked you so bad that you banned me from your chat, banned anyone from, I guess, your community from mentioning my name. And then you tried to get my channel taken down. Yes, the non-amazing Lucas has tried to get my channel, my entire YouTube channel, multiple different ones too as well, taken down. He was on his quartering flow. This is the original quartering right here. I also call him Black Hassan Piker. But that's how this dude gets down. And you know what else is crazy? A bunch of channels have been taken down because of Amazing Lucas. I've interviewed a few people so where they just criticized him, and then he lost his mind. He went crazy and was like, oh, we got to take their channel down. And he just spammed taking their channel down, a bunch of strikes. And eventually, unfortunately, these people are not able to critique him anymore. It's wild. A lot of people, they'll react to my comment section like, wait a minute, this guy still exists? They don't even know all the nasty things this guy's doing. He is a low-cal. So I guess I'm going to start doing more videos about the non-amazing Lucas again. Anyway, tell me what you guys think down in the comment section. Hit the like button and the hype button. Also, if you want to keep videos like this coming frequently, it helps if you sign up for channel memberships. And if you can't, don't worry about it, man. I still appreciate you. You know what else you can do to help? You can binge watch my content. Just go and see whatever videos you're interested in and check them out. Also, if you got extra time, check out my music. I'm on Spotify and Apple. I rap and sing. Also put out a few beat mixtapes too.